Significant figures. The significant figures in a number are simply the decimal places that convey information about the precision of a number. With a few important exceptions, this is often just the decimal places that aren't zero. For example, these three numbers all have 3 significant figures. To understand what significant figures mean, let's look at a simple case. If you measure the length of a school hallway with a meter stick, you could report that the hall is 23 meters long. This number has 2 significant figures and makes the important assumption that you measured accurately to within 1 meter. In other words, you know the length is closer to 23 than to 22 or 24 meters. If you were a bit more careful, you might have been able to measure down to the nearest centimeter, in which case you could say the hall is 23.14 meters long, a number that now has 4 significant figures, and implies that you were much more careful when you measured, or maybe you just had better tools. If you weren't confident about measuring accurately to the nearest 1 centimeter, but felt confident about measuring to the nearest 10 centimeters, you can round your number from 4 to 3 significant figures. The rules for rounding are that if the place you are rounding off is 5 or greater, then round up. If the place you are rounding off is less than 5, then round down. Since we want to round off the 4 in this case, rounding down leaves the measurement at 23.1 meters. Notice that it is always possible to round to fewer significant figures, but it is never possible to unround a measurement or create significant figures that weren't there before. To do something like that, you would need to go remeasure that hall with a more accurate ruler.